Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and today I'm here to talk about the books that I read last week. So this is going to be actually a pretty quick video, not because I'm not reading a lot, because I actually am, but because a lot of these are for other things. So let's talk. First, we read the gospel story. This is from One Big Story. It's a children's devotional. It just has different stories, God's plan for me, and the connection to Christ. And we loved this. It's short. It's only like 40 things or something, but it was really great. And I don't even remember where I got this, but I got it for like $1 or less, and I would recommend it. This whole One Big Story line is a great line. So there's that. That's the only middle grade, and that's it. So then I read Halfway to Forever by Karen Kingsbury. So this is the third and final in her Forever Faithful trilogy or whatever. I think that's what it's called. I read the first one, Waiting for Morning, I think, and loved it. Read the second one, hated it. And this one actually culminates both storylines. So the first two books followed two different couples, kind of, and both of the men are lawyers together. And so now it's got all four of them. I will say this one is a tearjerker for sure. I'm giving it like 3.5 stars. It's a tearjerker and it is cheesy. It's convenient, but also I kind of felt some comfort in knowing that everything was going to end up okay, and that even though it was a really heavy topic, everything was going to be okay. So yeah, the ending is cheesy. It's convenient, but I enjoyed this. So I would say you can read one or two, like you don't need to read those in order, but this one you need to read the other stories. Does that make sense? I don't know. So there's that. Then I read one book for Nonfiction November, and I listened to it on audio because getting this book in physical copy is impossible. But the book is The Body Keeps the Score, and this one was really, really interesting. It's about like how your body remembers trauma, and so even if you do any sort of like therapy, whatever, your body has still got that memory of the trauma, and it doesn't have to be physical trauma, but just trauma in general. And so the way that trauma reprograms your brain, and just the way that like neural pathways, obviously if you have a certain belief about yourself, that's going to be what kind of goes repetitively, and like that confirmation bias, and that we tend to then see everything through a lens of trauma, and just that how much trauma impacts your body and your brain, and like at a physiological level, it's so much more than just your feelings. And it was so good. Like differences in your amygdala, differences in your pain receptors, all those kind of things. And for trauma that can be neglect, it can be whatever the trauma may be, your body remembers. And so healing that is something that you've got to consider when you're trying to heal. And this is like one of the kind of Bibles of therapy. All therapy students, I think, need to read it. And that is my opinion, but I also have heard that's true. And just because it's so informative. And like I said, I listened to it on audio. I would love to have a physical copy at some point to go through it more slowly, just because it's interesting, and I think all of us can take something from it. So I really liked it. Yes, not a 5-star, but I enjoyed it. Then these next 4 are all for my book haul revisit. So I'm going to tell you what they are, but I'm not going to tell you ratings. I'm not going to tell you anything about that. I'm hoping to have that video out later this week, but we'll see. So we've got My Husband's Daughter by Emma Robinson. Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. She's a chunky one. That one. And then another Delirium by Lauren Oliver. You can see I went to Half Price Books, and they had like all of Lauren Oliver's on sale for $3. So there's that. And then also Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrand. So those are the books that I read in this last week. Let me know what you read. Let me know if you have loved any of these. If you've read any of them, let me know, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.